All right, so it's let's see, it's 9:44 Florida time, Eastern time, on the 23rd. We're heading down to mile marker 0 in Key West. It's beautiful out. Like, I don't know if you can see this. I've got the other GoPros running. I'm going to try and get more film from them, different angles and stuff on, give you guys a little more to look at, the scenery. Unfortunately, right now, we're just going to be heading down Highway 27, and it's going to look like this the whole time. So, met a couple of gentlemen at the KOA in Hollywood, Florida last night, just outside of Miami, northwest of Miami. I jumped on the road. The funny thing is they rented, they've been longtime friends. They rented Ultra Limited and a Street Glide, and their plan is also to head down to Key West today. So they're going to meet me down there. We're going to camp at Boyd's Campground in Key West, recommended to me by a good friend, Christina. We got beachfront campsite for all 3 bikes and the tents. So it should be good. Hang out, relax a little bit, and then we'll go explore Key West. I got to do laundry, that's for sure. But yeah, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be beautiful. We might get rained on a little bit, but it is what it is. So, so I was riding here, and here I am. I don't know. I was back in Florida again right now, and I was thinking about it. You know, I have made it one of my passions to, actually I haven't made it, I found one of my passions is to is travel. You know, I love traveling. I love meeting new people. I'm an extroverted introvert is what, you know, everybody that knows me will tell me. I love my alone time, and I love to be in control of my life. I don't have to be in control of the situation outside of my life, but I need to be in control of my life. I have no problem sitting in a quiet room by myself and doing whatever I want to do, or just relaxing. Usually relaxing turns into taking a nap or sleeping or whatever, because if I don't do anything, I fall asleep. So, and it kind of made me think that fighting my depression, riding my bike, you know, yeah, back home while I'm home, you know, one of the bikes is my main medicine, basically. But it's not just riding the bike. You know, I have no problem getting on a bike and just riding down the beach for no reason and then riding back home. That's cool. I love doing that on a regular basis. But I love going to new places and doing new things and meeting new people. And I didn't realize it until just now. You know, I started thinking about it. And, there are adults in their 40s, 50s, and 60s that have never left, you know, their county or their state. And, you know, they're happy or content, or they just, that's the way it is or whatever. But I think about all the people I've met on my travels, both with and without the military. You know, I traveled a little bit with the Marine Corps, went some crazy places. You know, I don't think I ever would have gone to South Korea if it wasn't for the Marine Corps, or even Japan. And I've been back to Japan since I retired, and I'll go back again at some point, you know. But, you know, living in Japan for 7 months down in Okinawa was eye-opening. But you don't have to go to another country to have your eyes open. You know, you leave Southern California, if you're stuck in Southern California your whole life, and you get to another part of the world and you see that, oh, this is completely and totally different, you know. And so sometimes our environment, I know a lot of people in Southern California who I know a lot of people all over who live paycheck to paycheck, but it's a lot easier to live paycheck to paycheck in Southern California because it's so expensive, you know. It's you know, 13-cent gas tax was just added, and you know, I look out here, Premium down here, $2.99 a gallon. It's $3.30 something when I left California. $3.34 I think at most gas stations. So, obviously that's probably fluctuated a little bit, but little stuff like that. It's expensive to live in Southern California. I can ride back to Texas and find gas for premium gas for $2.08, $2.15, somewhere around there. But you see the different kinds of struggles that other people have. Southern California have to worry about earthquakes, fires, some parts of it, some flooding, especially lately, the drought, and then all of a sudden it started raining and it dumped buckets. They got flooding now. Well, we were just on fire 2 weeks ago, Hurricane Harvey devastated, the Gulf Coast and the Southeast. You have Inga that just went through, and that was just a temporary deal, but it still caused, car wrecks still happen. People still had their pipes freeze and break and stuff like that. It's eye-opening to travel. It's not all bad though. Like, you go somewhere, you meet a couple of guys that have the same passion you, riding motorcycle and hanging out. So like I said, I met two people who we share a common denominator of motorcycles, which happens very easily in the motorcycle community. Part of why I have embraced it so much in my life. It's not only freeing for my mind and my spirit, but it's eye-opening, and you get to meet different. They're everything from lawyers and doctors all the way down to blue-collar workers that build America, and truck drivers, and accountants, and everything. Everybody rides motorcycles. So to me, it's kind of cool. You get to see a cool mix of people. Like I said, the riding the bike itself is freeing as well. Let's not hit a forward edge here. But so that's the thing is, one day look at your calendar, look at your schedule, put a couple $100 aside, look a couple months out, put a couple $100 aside here and there as you can, and just go travel, go somewhere you've never been before, because I promise you, at first it'll be like, oh, this is weird, but then you start to realize, like, oh man, this is kind of cool. It has worked wonders for me to defeat my depression on a daily basis. Even when it's 20 some degrees out in Texas and I'm riding my motorcycle by myself, I pull into a gas station and I meet somebody that's just kind of a cool person, and if I had never jumped on a motorcycle, or if I had never left my county or my state or a neighboring county or whatever, I would have never done that, and I get it. It's hard for some people, business owners really, and farmers, and people with a decent amount of kids, 2 or 3 kids. It's hard to get. It's expensive to travel, but you don't have to go to Japan or leave Wisconsin and go to California, or come down to Florida. You can go just to the other side of the state, make it a day trip, and call it, Texas wouldn't be a day trip for the other side of the state, but call it take a long weekend off. And I promise you that sacrificing that extra day off of work, for a 3-day weekend, and not drinking a couple of beers, or cut back on cigarettes or fast food or whatever, clean your budget up a little bit so that you can do it. I promise you, it's more affordable than you think. I have people complain all the time, I can't go do stuff. Well, you just spent $300 on video games, in the past 2 months. That $300 could have bought you a train ticket to go, literally halfway across the nation and back, and you still have some money left over for some food. And so 1 month of just changing your budget a little bit and then turn it into a habit can actually make it so that you can do some stuff. A lot of people who are bored, and boredom and depression, man, they run parallel line. It's one of those things that you got to fight boredom. A lot of the time we throw money at boredom, But a lot of the time, you just need to get outside and go do something. Even if you think there's nothing to do, I promise you, there's something to do. It's it's crazy how people get stuck, and I'm guilty of it. I have done it. I did it a long time, a lot, often. Oh, I'm bored. Oh, there's no money. Oh, I can't do anything. Well, I can go outside and not be a hermit and socialize, and for some people, getting outside and socializing is scary. So there's cool things you can do with, just somebody you trust fully, or you can, you can travel alone. It's like I said, jump on a train. It's cheap. You have the ability to just kind of look at somebody and be like, not right now, I'm not interested. But at the same point, you have the ability to, if you want to socialize with somebody from another state or even another country, you can do it. Grab some camping gear and a backpack, save up, and like I said, instead of video games or energy drinks or whatever, get that water, get the water out of the tap that's free, and pinch some pennies and travel and get out there, experience life, experience the world. I promise you won't regret it. So, because I know I haven't, and I know that it has helped me tremendously grow as a person. So, that's kind of my thought for today. Get out there, travel, experience the world. I hope you guys have a great day. Remember that you are loved. You do have value. And help me spread the word. Share on Facebook, share on Instagram, use the repost app or whatever on Instagram. And go ahead and like and share, comment on everything, and on YouTube as well. So thank you. I can't do this without you guys. I do appreciate it, and I hope you have a great day.